Hey there, how are you doing? Getting ready for Christmas? Getting Christmas lights up and Christmas decorations? This is a time of waiting. We are waiting for Christmas. And in the church too, we define this as a time of waiting. We're learning to wait for God's promise and to think about what God's promise means to us today. So, waiting. Yesterday I was cooking supper, and the first thing I was doing was frying little pieces of tofu because they have a better texture and feel to them when they're fried but you have to fry them till they really get nice light brown color. And I was thinking about patience, and I was thinking about this children's story about waiting and waiting patiently while I was frying, but the tofu wasn't frying up very fast. It was bubbling and squeaking, but I kept turning it and thinking, surely it's done. Surely it's done. But telling myself, well, don't stop until it really is done. It's not done yet. I was not being patient. I was anything but patient while I was frying my tofu. And I thought, patience is hard. When there's something coming that we really want, we want it now. It's hard to be patient and wait through all the time until it comes. We want big changes right now. The prophet Isaiah talks a lot about God's promise all the way through his book. And he knows that it's hard to wait. It's hard to see in the distance a promise of God and not find it here and now, nearby, where we can touch it and see that it's actually here. He spoke quite impatiently at times. There was a time he said, God, you just have to get here right now. I don't care what it takes. I hope just rip a hole in the heavens and come now and do things like Moses did. But that's not what the people got. The people got a long, slow negotiation with the Persians who had taken over to go back and be their governors in that place of Israel. They got a long, slow journey across the land to get there. And they got a city that was in ruins. They had to rebuild one stone at a time. Patient or not, the job had to be done one step at a time, one piece at a time. For me, that does two things. It says, it's okay to be impatient. It's okay to wish that things would happen faster, that things would happen right now and dramatically. It's okay to feel like that. But it's also okay if it takes a long time to make the changes that we know need to happen. It's okay, because that's the only way, one step at a time. And what that does for me is it helps me to not give up. If the only way to fix things was Moses opening the Red Sea for the people to go through, then I might start to think that things were never going to get fixed, because I don't see no Moses, and I haven't seen the Red Sea part. But I do see people working where they are for what is good, which means that we are working towards what is good. We are inching toward the good that God plans, that God dreams. We'll get there one step at a time. So I hope that you can see just enough good, just enough hint that we are getting there, that the waiting is possible. And if you're impatient, don't worry about it. We've all been there. Just take the next step that you can. So I hope you have a very good week of building one stone at a time, taking life one step at a time. And we'll talk again.